Well, it's the first graft of the year. I actually set up a timer box so I know exactly how old these eggs are and larvae. I pulled it yesterday and put it in my cell builder with a couple of thoughts in mind. One, they would feed it lots of royal jelly, which it looks like they have, because I believe that's been a part of my problem in my grafting, is that the larvae weren't in enough jelly. So my thought here was the bees have nothing else to feed but this little bitty frame of brood, and it's full of nurse bees, and they are going to feed the hell out of it. I mean, every one of these eggs, they want to be a queen right now. So the amount of royal jelly that's underneath every one of these larvae is extreme compared to other frames that I've grafted off of. And I started figuring out that was my problem. When I watch these guys just sticking in there and getting them out, and I stick in there to get them and they scoot all over the place, and my tool doesn't really slide under them, it ends up pushing them against the wall. Well, it's because there's not enough jelly in there for the tool to get under them. So with this thought, that the nurse bees that were in there just got their royal jelly glands in operation now, big time, because they were having to feed nothing yesterday. So now all of a sudden they've ramped up and started feeding, and so they're going to have a flush of royal jelly, more than they had yesterday, today when I put these back in there. So I'm giving them the best start from the time that the egg emerged, and I'm getting the nurse bees to ramp up their royal jelly production before these go back in there. So when these larvae that I'm grafting go back in, they'll only have 35 or 40 to feed, and all these nurse bees have started their production of royal jelly, so there should be lots of royal jelly, and that's what I need in order to get quality queens. And I believe it's been all of the issues, or the major issues that I've had, is queen problems. So if I can make sure that I've got quality queens, it's going to solve a lot of issues. In order to have quality queens, they need to be well fed, and then well mated. Those are the two things it takes to make quality queens. Good breeding is helpful too, and I happen to be breeding off of the queen line that I have had going here for 3 years, and successfully gotten through winter. And not only gotten through winter, they've had why is this one running sideways? They've had lots of bees in their box when in the middle of January, when I need them to. So that's important for me also, that they continue to brood through the fall and are ready to go to almonds. So anyway, we're going to work these lines and see what we can do. First graft of the year is always a pain. I couldn't find my magnifying glass headset, and where it went. I was going to get everything ready yesterday. Of course, didn't get things ready till today. And wife's sick, so I had to do a bunch of morning chores that she'd have normally done. So I'm, as usual, behind. But it's alright, we'll just keep grinding on her till it gets done. So, I'm going to give you guys a quick look at the royal jelly in here. And we'll shut you off. So, if I can get this thing to get in there. I don't know if it's showing up, but there is way more royal jelly under these than normal cells that I've grafted off of before, which is making it a lot easier to pick the larva up. So anyway, we'll get them finished up and get them in the box. Alright, there's bees in this box. Lots of bees in this box. That's what we need for making queens. Lots of nurse bees. So we are going to stick the grafts in there. I made this box up 10 days ago with emerging brood. So this is full of nurse bees, and that's what we need to draw queens. We will stick it down in there. They've got syrup, they've got pollen, they've got a pollen frame and honey frame, and I'm going to squeeze those just a little tighter. And now all they have is 35 eggs to feed. So hopefully they'll feed them well. Hopefully I did my grafts right, and they will make nice queen cells. So we'll go down and put this frame that had the eggs in it back into the one that it came out of. Alright, so this is number 8 hive. This designation of hives, the numbers change and move all over. This is one of my Ukrainian queens that I'm grafting out of, and I think I've got room to put this frame back in there somewhere. I don't see any room down there, so I'll show you kind of what I've done. This is a divider board frame that I made, and then these 3 frames are the ones that the queen is laying on, and that's what I'm pulling from in order to know the dates and the ages of my larvae. So I know for certain that yesterday morning when I put those larvae in, that they were all eggs. There were no larvae on that frame, and today I had royal jelly and larvae. So hopefully that's going to give me a boost.